Boarded up after a protest stopped here Wednesday night. This is the Multnomah Building at Southeast Hawthorne in Grand.
The Multnomah Building is the headquarters for Multnomah County, our state's largest safety net provider.
The damage mostly from rocks and fire. This was a peaceful protest when it got here, but thanks to a fraction of the group, that changed.
What happened last night at the Multnomah Building does not help us move the work forward and create the change that people are demanding. And we need the community's involvement, but attacking the community involvement office and burning it is not helpful.
County Chair Deborah Kafoury noted the irony of attacking a building where a lot of help happens for the community. And she noted that before the attack on this building, damage to the County Justice Center and Central Courthouse was already at $1.3 million. Sheriff Mike Reese said a line is crossed when protests become violent.
The unprovoked actions by those who engaged in criminal behavior last night is reprehensible. The damage and destruction, profane and hate-filled graffiti, and setting fire to public buildings is simply violence.
We haven't heard from Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler in person in nearly a week, but he put out a statement saying, quote, "I continue to support and encourage demonstrations calling for racial justice and police reform. I condemn the criminal destruction that occurred last night at the Multnomah County building. This type of destruction makes the community less safe." And Police Chief Chuck Lavelle wrote, "Breaking windows, using accelerants to ensure a fire catches, and damaging property are not solutions, but further demonstrate the intent to engage in anarchy at the expense of the entire community." I asked Sheriff Reese if there's a way to stop people doing damage before they start. He said that's a challenge.
We have to manage the few people who are engaged in violent activity when there may be a larger crowd that is present and not engaged in violence and maybe largely peacefully protesting. So again, I really commend the Portland Police Bureau, our deputy sheriffs, and the Oregon State Troopers for their good work in trying to manage really complex situations.
This event is still a riot. Disperse from the area.
As for Wednesday night, the complexities broke down to violence all around. Police used force and made 2 arrests. Tim Gordon, KGW News.